They say Satan is real, the ultimate enemy, deceiver of nations, master of temptation, a spiritual terrorist with global influence. But if Satan is actually real, then where is he? Because if a threat can harm people, it has to interact with the world. And if it interacts with the world, it leaves a trace. That's not philosophy. That's just how reality works. Think about any real threat. Viruses leave symptoms. Radiation leaves burns. Cyber attacks leave digital footprints. Even stealth aircraft leave radar signatures. Nothing can harm people without doing something to matter. Something we can detect, track, measure. But with Satan, there's nothing. They say demons possess people, take over minds, speak through human mouths, change voices, posture, language, defy physical limits. That's not symbolic, that's neurological. And neurological events can be scanned. Brainwaves, hormonal shifts, electrical spikes, blood chemistry. We can track epileptic seizures, map dreams, locate tumors. But demonic possession leaves no physical evidence, not even once. So apologists pivot. They say Satan is spiritual, undetectable, beyond science. But then, how do they know what he's doing? How do they know he's tempting people, influencing governments, causing evil? You don't get to claim real-world effects and then say the cause can't be tested. That's not theology, that's special pleading. It's wanting a threat that feels real, but can never be disproven. Okay, pause. Here's the real question. If Satan's invisible, undetectable, and immune to scrutiny, why does anyone believe in him at all? Because what they're describing sounds less like a villain and more like a scarecrow. Let's put it another way. Imagine someone claims there's a terrorist group. They're everywhere. They're manipulating politics. They're inside your home. But no intercepted messages, no suspects, no explosions, no digital traces, no surveillance footage, just fear and faith. Would you believe them? Or would you call it what it is? Psychological warfare. Satan works like a psyop, not a physical enemy, but a mental weapon, used to shape behavior, control choices, justify punishments, and suppress dissent. If something goes wrong, Satan gets the blame. If someone rebels, they're under demonic influence. If someone asks questions, they're being deceived by the enemy. It's a convenient narrative, one that can never be falsified and never be verified. In real conflict, if you can't detect a threat, you can't respond to it. You don't launch missiles at shadows. You don't send troops after rumors. You don't create battle plans for invisible ghosts. Because real threats can be seen, measured, fought. If Satan can't be found, he can't be fought. And if he can't be fought, he's not a threat. He's a story. Now here's the twist. People don't fear Satan because he's been proven. They fear him because they were told to. From birth, in church, in culture, through stories, through fear, through obedience. And that's the real function. Not to warn about an enemy, but to create one. One that justifies control. One that silences doubt. One that keeps people in line. Because if you're always at war, you'll always need someone to lead you. But here's the question to ask. If Satan is this powerful and this active, why can't we detect him? Why doesn't he show up in the lab, in the brain, on the battlefield? If he's affecting reality, then he belongs to reality. And reality leaves clues. But Satan leaves nothing. Not a whisper. Not a signature. Not a single measurable trace. If you can't find it, if you can't measure it, and if no one can show it to be real, then maybe it's not. It's not a threat. It's not an enemy. It's not a being. It's a belief, a tool, a weapon of the mind. And weapons of the mind only work if you never question them. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.